Hello everyone. You may wonder why we look soaked and drenched. Today, we are standing in front of one of the most powerful forces of nature, the largest and probably most famous waterfall in the world. But before we dive in, let's take a closer look at what makes Niagara so unique. Located in the North America, the Niagara River connects Lake Erie to Lake Ontario before the water eventually flows into the North Atlantic Ocean. Niagara Falls, of course, located in this river. This river also acts as a border between Canada and the US. So these iconic falls straddle two countries. If you are visiting from the Canadian side, the easiest way to get here is by flying into Toronto and making your way to the falls, just a 2-hour drive. Now, let's zoom in a bit closer. Niagara Falls is actually made up of 3 falls. The famous Horseshoe Falls of the Canadian side, the American Falls, obviously in the US, and the often overlooked Bridal Veil Falls, which is right next to the American Falls. This incredible natural wonder is about 12,000 years old, formed during the last ice age. There is a bridge that connects the two countries, so you can easily cross between Canada and the US. Just make sure that you have the right passport and visa to do so. Objectively speaking though, the view from the Canadian side is the better one. From this vantage point, you can see the whole width of the 3 falls in one glance. We make our way in the morning driving from Toronto. You can also take the public transport or the megabus that connect the two places. Once you arrive in town, you'll notice something interesting. The roads are always a bit damp, thanks to the constant mist from the falls. Be prepared that finding parking can be tricky and expensive, especially near the river. It is a good idea to check the Niagara Parks website for parking tips before you visit. There's plenty to do here beyond just the waterfall, from an indoor aviary and an upside-down house to the Ripley's Museum and even zip lining. This place feels a bit like a theme park. Of course, the main attractions is getting up close to the falls themselves. If you are on the Canadian side, hop onto the Niagara City Cruises boat. Or, if you're in the US, catch the Maid of the Mist. You can buy the cruise ticket on site, but the cruise can be fully booked, so it is a good idea to reserve yours online. Before you board, they'll hand you a biodegradable rain poncho. But trust me, don't get lulled with a sense of security because of the poncho. With more than 168,000 cubic meters of water pouring down every minute, you will get wet. Make sure to stow away any valuables or electronics that aren't water resistant. As you approach the Horseshoe Falls, the mist and spray become so intense that it's hard to see anything around you. It's like stepping into a storm of water. The whole cruise lasts about 20 minutes and it is an unforgettable experience. If you do just one thing here at Niagara, make sure it's this. Another thing to do here is the Journey Behind the Falls tour, where you can get even closer to the Horseshoe Falls. You'll take an elevator down and walk through tunnels leading to two portals behind the falls and an observation deck. Honestly, there's not much to see at the portals beside rushing water, but it's still thrilling to feel the power of the falls from behind. Be warned though, the lines can be slow, and if you're claustrophobic, this might not be for you. But do visit the observation deck. It's totally worth it. You'll get a breathtaking view of the Horseshoe Falls up close. And while you will still feel some mist, it's a lot drier than the boat ride. After that thrilling and exhilarating experience, we had a nice lunch at Queen Victoria Place, a restaurant with decent food, excellent service, and of course, tourist prices. The best part of the restaurant? The view of the falls from your table. It's hard to beat that. To round off our day, we headed to Niagara-on-the-Lake, a charming historic town just a short drive away. Along the way, we made a quick stop to pick up some fresh local fruits. Can't get them fresher than that.
On the lake. Niagara on the lake. They are two different things.
Niagara-on-the-Lake is full of 19th century charm, with quaint shops, flower-filled streets, and beautiful old architecture. It's really the perfect place to take a relaxing stroll, grab some ice cream, or enjoy a coffee. You can just feel the small town vibe here, where everyone probably knows their neighbors. And that wraps up our Niagara adventure. Thank you for joining us. In our next video, we'll take you along as we explore Toronto for a day and a half. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time!